Hello everybody, welcome back to Dicky's videos, where no war game of course remains unplayed. Remember to click the like and subscribe button, but always check out the store to the game of the play. Of course we're playing CMO, back to looking at the tutorials, and of course remember this is just more of a talk, conversation, play around the UI, kind of get to know the controls and all the ins and outs of this absolute belter of a game. Remember I've joined the beta, so we are playing the beta version, and yeah, just enjoying going through all of the tutorials. We're probably, only scratching the surface of the complexities of CMO, but like I said, please check the manual, and of course, like I said, this is of course my interpretation for a newbie. So we're looking at, you will have half squadron of German Tornado strike aircraft. To complete the element present, easily avoid but enjoy to learn. So the objective tutorial is for new players with mission planners and some basic concepts to actually have a squadron of tornadoes, and let's go. It was quite interesting on the bombings, before we did this tutorial. And literally it was quite interesting. The tutorial was set up 2 missions, 3 actually, find ground targets and then strike them. Please enter scenario, look around the first instructions for a few seconds. Where are we now? Oh, we're in Africa. We're in Africa. So we got some SAM sites. Oh God, what are these actually armed with? Something probably terrible, to be honest with you. Mounts, guns, gamma ray, signal ray. Oh, it's actually a SAM. Okay, and what have we got here? What have we got? So remember, just the F6 to check the bombers. We've got some strike, got AM, that's our ATGM, 15 miles, fine. Okay, I see. We'll just click go and it will pop up with whatever we need to do. Here we go. So to set up a standard anti-surface warfare, the mission follows. So drag the selected reference point labeled mission 1, which we've done there. So we want to go to, of course, our missions. Add a new mission. Of course, I would do it. We want to go, of course, new bit. Name your mission whatever you like. So we're just going to call it Strike, just for hilarity. Or we'll just Strike 1. And of course, we want to go down to Patrol. And then, of course, I assume it wants to chase the ground attack. There we go. And then click OK, so then it will bring up our mission editor. And then, of course, we've got to assign our craft. So fully open, your mission name will be the upper left, which we got here. Below is the changes to activation time, takeoff. Select by default. Available box 6 tornadoes. So selection is available box. So shift and left click. And then we want to bring it down there. And we want to add it to the group. And there we go. She'll be given a green. That we're in the strike box. These shall be green. Alternatively, you can select multiples as left below. So select the mission settings, which is here. Moving to the top center of the screen. Leave try to keep unit selection. Which of course you can never find because you just don't know what it's talking about. The third box, keep it checked. That's fine. Uncheck investigate unknown, so we don't want to investigate any unknown targets. That makes sense. Leave active area missions a box unchecked. Nothing else to touch, but no aircraft will fly flights of 2. Not take off until there are 2 ready to go. Moving to the right in the patrol box, which is we're here. Because remember, we did select the area of mission 1. I think we've just got to validate the area. Nothing to do with touch the aircraft flying 2s. Moving to the right patrol box, you have 4 RPSs. Reference points, I think that means it is. If they don't, go back to the map and then click validate area, which is here. So we've validated the area of mission. I think if you actually select this, it shows you what it does. Close mission and run the game. So there we go, our strike mission. If we investigate items unknown, I think it might do that. So when you're done, mission enter and run the game. And of course, we've got to launch. And of course, remember, it is going to take time to actually take off. So they are taking off, and that's 14 seconds. So it should be in the air momentarily.
Push tactical. Buster 2-1. Negative radar contact. Procedural control only. Maintain all.
And there goes the tornadoes. So remember, there is all the other little bits and bobs doing. So we've got the strike. We could just see what weapons we have available. So remember, we got the SAM group, and we've got anti-bomb bomblets. So we're actually firing bombs here. So now it should happen. The tuner should take off in groups, and the radars proceed the mission high altitude search for targets. Then automatically strike them with weapons released forward to. Once patrol area, they will drop low altitude according to the loadout profile. High, low. You will note the altitude search is 8. Should be 9,000 feet wide. Tell me what range they are. Core speed altitude is 36,000. Groups block altitude 1,000. Yes. I'm not entirely sure if we do have our what sensors we have on. We all have radars on. And let's see. I'm not entirely sure what targets are here to strike at, to be honest with you. Though it's still just patrolling thing with quite a high altitude still, but I think it should go lower. I want to see these what these bomblets look like, to be honest with you. Oh, exciting! Is it what the damage is, isn't it? The is it DR for these? Surface range, diameter. Oh, there is just a strike. That's where it's going to strike. Here we go. And it's got its burst cannon. Is this this is an ATGM, isn't it? Jeez, 15 nautical miles. Okay, so you might find your target, might not. Ground target's very hard to find. Thankfully, these are moving, which makes it easier. Picture yourself in the cockpit. The height of the church steeple, flying at a low speed, looking guys be found. They're not moving camouflaged up, very stealthy moving at least. You might have a chance. If you did not find some units, automatically attack them, and the second pair took the job. You will note that you might not most affected by looking at ground targets. The 6-hour raid time is a heck of waiting time. So to do this task, probably you would need the entire squadron of 12 aircraft, free maintenance, constantly running patrol. Yeah, it's like, to be honest, that's not a bad thing, because the fact is you are going to be, we don't have any AWACS or any UVA craft that we would have patrolling around this to just find our targets for our planes to actually think. So we're actually going to find this, or are they just going to crash? So, mission 2, strike aircraft are valuable. Never have enough of them. You don't want to lose them. Take a long time to prepare. Your fighter jockeys drop what it takes. C, commander 2. So, the reconnaissance pods give an advantage. Use a quicker raid towards 3 hours via 6 hours. Striker, don't expect reconnaissance pods. We can reuse since they droppable ordnance. And quick turnaround. So, quick turnaround setting is the aircraft with certain loadouts. 8 hours for the saute. Repairs, so the parameters, the QD on met, the aircraft will take off 3 hours, stand down. Very hand for bombers. Yeah, there's a setting you can change just to change the, of course, the sautes. Here we go. So in addition to Bomber 5 is a Greener's Pod, a second Bomber 6 go up and a couple of missions work together. Note, looking at the number 29 next to it, the SA is fairly common in the Cold War. You'll ring around the SAM completely. Yes, this is, oh god, yeah, this is the one. We don't want to get into this ring here and die. Oh yeah, because we've got a mission here. So, what is the weakness of the SA? Oh, this is a good point. Leads to military principle, knowing a check database. Click the SA5, then the blue hyperlink. So here, we want to see what the weakness is. The SA turn the hyperlink database beyond the nasty picture. Find a bunch of things about like it's 36 reload missile magazine. Oh my god, although missiles themselves. Click the missile name, the SA Gammon military database. So just the weapon. What am I having? Oh, so the target altitude is 6,000 up to. So this thing could shoot down cannot shoot down a tornado at 200 feet. We have a plan. So select. So there we go. Reading about what aircraft and what SAMs do is how you defeat them. So we want to select that. Go to, of course, the mission. And we're going to call this Strike 2. And patrol. And I assume we're going to do ground. Oh, did we do that correctly? Oh, that's gone a bit weird. I don't know. Let's see if that works. Call it S2. I think that's correct. We'll see how it goes. Strike 2. So what we want to add, if we want to add Bomber 5, don't we? Oh, this is where it's. I'm assuming we're gonna. Oh no, we want land. I assume we could just do the one. It's fine. So mission settings. We want to investigate things out there. That's fine. And mission 2, isn't it? Yeah. So we want to. Can we actually just and then validate that area. I'm assuming that area is fine, but we'll see. So this is where we want to lower the speed. So on the right hand, the box, very important to set transit altitude, which is something we've not. Oh, there we go. This is now flight plan and transit altitude. So I assume altitude is 6. So set the transit to 600 and what's that? Set transit. I assume custom to 600 feet and station to 200. Oh, and follow terrain. That makes sense. The mission will use a lot more fuel because the altitude is hopefully find a target quickly. So I assume. Well, let's have a look if that actually works. So oh, did we add Bomber 5 to that mission? Yeah, I don't know if we did this correctly with our mission. Let's have a quick. But I know what to do with the. That's something I've learnt today is about transit, and I reckon we could even get these tornado. I reckon we could add these. We could just deselect this thing. So we'll return these to base. Let's just delete that mission again to make sure I'm doing this correctly. So strike 2, just delete it. So let's just Oh, I assume we've got these selected. That's why we had all of them. So, yeah, we've got this selected. That's why it went crazy. So bear in mind, if it's got the name, it means it's selected. So this is selected now. I see what we did wrong there. Just do S2 patrol ground. Yeah, there we go. That was the problem. We had mission 1 selected. It doesn't cancel the thing. So where's? I assume we're just going to attach the bomb. We'll just attach a couple of bombers. I don't think it particularly matters what we attach to it. And then, of course, go to don't investigate targets. We want to change transit to, was it 600? And then station to 200. And then validate area. There we go. Yeah. That makes sense. That all makes a lot more sense. And we want to. Oh, did we do that? Did we just add like silly things to this? No, we've assigned these, which is the wrong ones. Is he actually? Yeah, there we go. It's parked. Oh, we've done. No, we need bomber 5. I've done that wrong. Oh God, I'm glad you guys are seeing this bit. It's. Oh, bomber 5, and take bomber 6. Yeah, bomber 6 didn't say bomber 5 patrol low altitude. Ready arm. What is he actually? He's not. Is he not armed with anything particularly? I assume he's armed with something that he can actually. So he just needs to be launch. Yes, launch individually. Okay, we'll see if we did this right. Are these? Yeah, these are returned to base. Though these could particularly. That's 2 minutes. Okay, that's fine. This is going to be quite interesting, actually, to see what actually happens here.
Push tactical. Buster 2-1. Negative radar contact. Procedural control only. Maintain own separation.
Yeah, so bro, we didn't get shot down there because we're under that weapon accuracy. So I assume he's just going to fly. I mean, unless we actually try to engage him with. No, we are actually not armed with anything we can take him down with. That's why. Just burst. Let's just add that. Pause that a sec. We can just add mission editor, strike 2, tornado. Bomber 6. Unless I read it wrong and it wasn't bomber 6.
Push tactical. Buster 2-1. Negative radar contact. Procedural control only. Maintain own separation.
So there we go. That is quite interesting, actually. That's I learned actually a lot from that about just looking at the elevation and looking at what the. So this brings another layer of complexity to CMO. Is the fact is of just now you need to know your targets rather than just going. I'm just going to launch rockets into the air. So this is his missile. Mark eyeball air to surface. I'm assuming this is the This is the old PS. This is only technology. Wow, 15 to 50. So this is the. So where is? Well, I just want to make sure we can find that the engagement range, engagement altitude. So there we go. It's all about engagement altitude with that. So there we go. That's quite interesting. I learned a lot from that. Just that little simple tutorial. So there you go, folks. Use that information as you will. Play it yourself. Just like I said, know your targets, know your enemies. There you go, folks. Take care and bye bye.